Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sama. So there's this video that I came across of this Nigerian girl that Nigerian young lady that in Canada that made a video about the guy she almost married for love. Listen to what she has to say.
The man that I would have married for love before I came to Canada called me a few months ago to ask me for money, for me to borrow him money. Still in Nigeria. Broke. If I had married him a few months ago this year, I would have been somewhere suffering. Tying wrapper. Let that sink in. I would usually not respond to people like this, but I think I have to. You guys listen.
Okay. A man that you'd have married for love. Maybe if you marry him, open doors for him, things go work well for now. There's nothing. This is where they say person they poor. We feel like life is all about money. No, it's not all about money. Life is all about happiness. The man that you'd have married for love, that means the man love you. You live and because you don't take Canada now, you don't be like say you don't arrive.
Now let me address this properly. And I've seen a lot of people take my video, repost it, and turn it into content. And they've started to build narratives about my life based off on a 30-second clip. Now, Kelechi has said that if I had married him, maybe I would have given him a breakthrough. Let's be very clear, Kelechi. I am not a rehabilitation center. You can teach your child how to be one. I am not a poverty alleviation program. I am a human being with standards. There's a huge difference between supporting a partner and carrying someone who is not where you want to be in life. And for those of you saying that being poor does not mean anything, you are right. But choosing not to marry into struggle is also a valid choice. Both things can exist. Because I'm in Canada, I feel like I have arrived. Kelechi, yes, I have arrived. Because at 26, when my mates were choosing to marry and bear children, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I chose to migrate into a foreign country alone. I'm sure it's your husband that did it for you. I'm sure he's the one. But I chose to do it alone. As a student, no support, no shortcuts. I paid 40,000 Canadian dollars in tuition and I built my life from scratch. So yes, Kelechi, I have arrived. And I arrived not because of a man, but because of the decisions that I made. Let me tell you something, Kelechi, and every other riffraff that has been carrying my video. Not everybody believes that marriage should be their first and only goal. There are women like me who are taught to build themselves first. There are women like me who are taught to have standards, to have options, to not settle out of fear or pressure. That is the mindset that I come from. That is the standards that I was raised with. So when I am speaking, Kelechi, I am speaking from my life, from my values, from my experience, and not yours. You don't see me tell you that why you're struggling with your husband in the UK, do you? Because if you choose to build your life differently, that's your business. But do not take my story and use it to push your narratives that I do not stand for. You all forget that everybody has a choice. I made mine. And if I was to make that decision again, I would choose it over and over again with my full chest. So no, Kelechi, I will not allow you to reduce my life into a 30-second clip. And you're not going to downplay my journey. And you're not going to rewrite my story. Disagree with me if you want to, or do not misrepresent me. Because you don't see me doing that to you, do you? You don't. And to all of you crying, especially the Nigerian men that will not settle down in making money before trying to marry somebody, cry more, because I would never choose you. My lineage will never choose you. I detest it because it's a disease. So if Kelechi will tell you that you should be poor and marry a woman so that the woman will come tomorrow and start crying on TikTok for good for me, follow her. But do not reduce my story into this nonsense. I hope you've heard me. Madam, I am married.
So apparently after she made that video, people were commenting and correcting her and saying all sort of stuff. And she came out and doubled down. And she came back and doubled down on what she had to say. Now, if she had said that, oh, the guy I almost married for love that dumped me, and or the guy that felt it was too much for me, you know, at least something to show that the guy goofed. Like, oh, how do I phrase it? Like, something to show that the guy maybe looks down on her and look at her now she's better than him, and or you know, something. She didn't say a single negative thing about him that I would have said, okay, that may have made him deserve it. So there was nothing. She didn't say anything about anything he must have done wrong. Just that he did not, he has not, no, not he did not, he has not made it. That's it. That he is not, he doesn't have money and he has not gone abroad and all of that. And somehow, I feel like years to come, she would watch this video and realize that she didn't get it right. Another thing is, if you ask me, I would say being abroad is not the end of the world. There are people in Nigeria. There are people in Nigeria that are doing amazingly well, and there are people in Canada that are not doing well. People in America that are not doing well. People in Australia that are not doing well. You understand? So feeling that because you don't reach abroad, you're better than him, especially for the fact that she has not said what this guy did wrong. Let me say it. I always say it. If you don't want to marry for love, 100% you have the right not to, marry because of love. You want to only marry someone that has made it. Of course you can. And something else is, men are doing this thing every single day. In Nigeria, man can be so successful and they will say, my first love in Nigeria. They will go in Nigeria and bring her, even if she's in the village. Men are doing it. This is equality. No, don't get me wrong. If you say you don't want to marry someone that is struggling, there is no harm in saying that. It is a choice. Some people want to marry for love. Some people want to marry for money. Let everybody do what works for them. Some of us married for love. We have stories to tell. You understand? We still have bad stories to tell. So you understand? Some people marry for money and they are happy today. That is not what my video is about. That is not even what my video is about. But I'm coming from the angle of her video is very condescending on that guy. Her video is belittling the guy. Just imagine the guy watched that video. Just imagine it for 1 second. You understand? Basically, you're saying, see my level. I think she's Igbo girl, if I'm not mistaken. Igbo language, you say, tomorrow is pregnant. We don't know what it's going to give birth to. Who tell you say the guy no go reach Canada? Who tell you say that guy no go end up abroad someday? Who tell you say that guy will not be successful tomorrow? This life that is so unpredictable. Is it this life that is so unpredictable that somebody will use to make? I made a video not too long when I was saying, don't use this life to brag. Our language, Igbo language, the life, Uwa is life. Life, you can say Uwa is life and is world at the same time, but it says it turns. Don't brag. A while back, a friend of mine was telling me when we were secondary school, he was my friend when we were secondary school, and he was just telling me about how, the landlord's family, they were tenants, the same compound with the landlord, and the landlord and his children were their jabotas and all of that. Now, them that were tenants of landlord and were the children of nobodies, now they are successful, doing amazingly well. And the landlord's children, apparently none of them is doing well. They are poor and suffering. And he was saying to me, like, can you just imagine? Can you imagine? Like, if you saw them then, they were so posh and, well-to-do family and all of that. But today, their father is long dead. His children are suffering. And the children of tenants are rich, living large. Life is unpredictable. That guy, the guy she's speaking about, I just hope she would reflect. My video is not coming from her, but I just hope she would reflect. Don't gloat. Life is what's it called now? This life is so unpredictable. Some people married before others. And then they married, they no born. And the person that married later just come marry today, begin to born like this. There are people that have children. I get children, you don't get children. And God forbid, they said there was a house fire, house burned down. Oh, I'm coming. Sorry, I had to quickly attend to something, and I'm back now. So, I can't remember where I stopped, but let me kind of still pass across the message I'm trying to pass across. So, life is like a race. Let's say, for example, it's like a race, right? So you started the race, you ran past someone, and then you start celebrating. You never ever reach the end. How did you decide that you are the winner? How did you decide? Am I making sense? It never finished. You just still starting your journey. I'm saying this because Social media and this generation, I see so many people, young people getting carried away. I'm looking at her, I'm thinking maybe she's in her maybe 30s, early 30s, I'm not sure, maybe late 20s, I'm not sure her age. But like, you just they start life, you're just starting, you're not even in a position to make a statement like that. Like, what would people in their 60s and 70s, what would they say? And let me tell you one of the things that life will teach you with time, you will get to see life. I know people that looked at me at a point, I never imagined that I would become anything. And there are people that I can say, they are surprised today to see where I am in life. No matter where you are in life, even if you have even made it, life is so unpredictable. What's the name of that Nigerian rich man that went to America? Was he America? Him, his wife, and their son. Their lives ended in a helicopter crash. Who remembers that? That man was successful. That man was doing well. That man had arrived. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways in life, you can say he was up there. Look at what happened. What am I speaking about? Life is so unpredictable. Don't laugh at anyone. No one knows. The next minute, you don't know what's going to happen. The person where you leave behind can still pass you tomorrow. And like I said, the part that I felt that was really sad is the fact that she has not even said that this guy hurt her in any way. When some girls be like, oh, I dated that guy for 7 years, he now left me and went and married somebody else. Thank God, look at my life today. Imagine if I had married him, I would be suffering. The story for still sweet for ears, small, people go cause say, come on, Nigerians, people for don't, I'm telling you, the story will be beat, you understand? But she basically the guy has not done anything to her. She's basically gloating that she almost married him. She didn't. Now she's in Canada and he's not in Canada. I'll say it again. He's not in Canada today. Does not mean he will not be in Canada tomorrow. Even if he's not in Canada tomorrow, his children may end up in Canada tomorrow. And then you are there in Canada and he will be coming to Canada like backyard for summer holidays. And he may be doing, I'm telling you, he can end up doing so well in Nigeria that his children will be the ones inviting him to Canada for just holidays. Or he can even just go to Canada to just go and chill at the weekends. Life is too unpredictable to make statements like this. Sometimes I say maybe everybody wants to do content. She just wanted to do content or whatever, But let's be using wisdom small. God forbid anything happens. People will remind her of that her video. People, and the guy himself, maybe he follows her on social media. Imagine if the guys saw that. The question then is, what has he done to deserve that? Let me tell you guys some of the things I've realized in life. Some people are poor, not because they are lazy. Some people is lack of opportunity. Growing up in Nigeria, I couldn't go to university because at the time, my father was born into wealth. By the time I reached my turn, money no day again. My elder ones went to university. I didn't go. And I had enough points. I could have gone to university, abroad we say a college. I remember I was a sales girl and the shop neighbor, their daughter was in college doing law and I wanted to do law then. And she was in Uniben studying law and told me how much she scored in JAMB, how much she scored in JAMB. And I realized I scored higher than her, but I couldn't go because my father couldn't afford to go and she said her father bribed for her to get into university, but I didn't go. It doesn't make me stupid. I was just a sales girl and she was a rich man's child that was in the Uniben. Uniben was heaven in those days. As in, when I say it was something to be proud of. So imagine that. Look at me today now. Abroad gave me opportunities that I didn't have in Nigeria. I wrote my exams, passed my exams. I went to the top university in the country. Top university that you have to score high to go there. I went there without bribing my way into it. Anybody that looked at me and said, oh, says gay. That girl, look at she did university. She not did university. And use that to judge me will be judging wrongly. There are lots of people in Nigeria that are not doing well because of the country, not because that they are stupid or because they don't know how to work hard. Don't look down on anyone. Do you know that hard work doesn't guarantee success? If to say that hard work they guarantee success, truck pushers for the billionaires, but they work hard, but they are not there yet. Sometimes this life now, how they talk, who cut soap give you? Sometimes it's help. Sometimes that there are some people in life today that are surviving because somebody cut soap give them, or opportunity came, or one thing or the other. Life is so unpredictable. So I just feel like she should take time and reflect and maybe retrace her steps and take down that video. And if the guy has seen it, just say you're sorry. That's how I feel about it. So say you're sorry, because nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows tomorrow. And race where you never finish, you can't be bragging about it. You just the start. Not be like us who will just stay old small. You know what I mean? It was okay. I have done this one. I have done that one. My children are almost finished college. My fourth child, as I'm speaking, is in second year in the university. You know, and even as at that, I can. You understand when we will say we go. So people that say, "Oh, they've come far a bit." Maybe you will just the start. In Igbo language, I say, "How go better busy?" That means you never even start, and you're ready. Well, that's my opinion, anyways. As always, whatever your opinions are, please leave them in the comment section below. With that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.
I know damn shortly. I know damn shortly. I know damn shortly. Best accommodation in the deal. Best accommodation in the deal. I know damn shortly. I know damn shortly. I know damn shortly. Best accommodation in the deal. Best accommodation in the deal. Beautiful home. I know damn shortly. I know damn shortly. We pick you up from the airport. I know damn shortly. We show you around town. I know damn shortly. Yeah, we got you. I know damn shortly. I know damn shortly. I know damn shortly. I know damn shortly. Best accommodation in the deal. Check in, check out, check out, check. Loyalty and royalty, best of the best. Other hosts stay under duress. Charlotte's under stress. Say